Hi Cancers, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. For all my Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men, and women, we are now covering December 6th till December 12th. And sorry, the sun is like beaming on me. It is so strong. I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, let's just ignore that. We're already in December, guys. Crazy. I hope you already watched your December monthly reading. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And in a few weeks, I'll be posting the December mid-month and then the yearly 2022 predictions. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you have your notification bell on so you are notified whenever I post it. Okay, all right, guys. So yes, this is for the 6th to the 12th, and this is for all my Cancers, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men, and women. And of course, these are general, so please listen with an open mind, open heart, take what fits, and leave the rest out. Okay, guys. So this week, I feel like the energies are a little bit bipolar. It's a little wonky and all over the place. I feel like we're going to be very in our head and like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit cluttery and weird and off. So maybe this is not the week to make any big, major, life-changing decisions, FYI. Because on the 6th, on Monday the 6th, we have Mars sextile Pluto. This is making us very intense, or this may be a good day to work out, but maybe just be careful so you don't get injured. I feel like people are just going to be very aggressive, or there's just like a lot of intensity in the air. So this is good if you want to get things done, especially a lot of tedious things, but also you don't want to go too far and then hurt yourself, or you know, anything too extreme is sometimes can not be so good. So you can use the energy for your advantage, or you can use it to do something not so good. So, you know, use your own discretion. And then the next day, on the 7th, we have Mercury squaring and Neptune. So very confusing energies. Again, just in our heads, overthinking, overanalyzing, and feeling like, I don't know. It's just a lot of confusion, and there could be things lost in translation or people not understanding each other. So probably not a good day again to make any big life-changing decisions. And then on the 11th, Mercury sextiling Jupiter. So this can go either way. You know, if your mind is on the right things, if your mind is good, okay, Jupiter is going to expand this. You're going to be able to think even more positively, or have more ideas, and be able to communicate better. But if your mind is on the wrong things, or you're all upside down, then you don't want that to expand. So it can go either way. Just make sure you're keeping your head right. It's you know, it's hard for us to always stay consistent and always be thinking positively and like be focused. But when you're not feeling that way, just make sure you're not over allowing that, or that state of mind to take over. Okay. Yeah, and then on the 12th, at the end of the week, we will have the sun squaring Neptune. So a lot of confusions, us being like at conflict between who we are, where we're at, and like where we want to be, or our dreams, our goals, our imagination. So it just feels like a very confusing, bipolar, push and pull, tug of war kind of week. So at least you're aware of it, so you don't let it consume you or throw you off. It just be one of those weeks maybe you're kind of like, what's going on? Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have a link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. All right. So my beautiful Cancers, when it comes to your health, we have the 7 of Cups here. So I'm getting that your like kidneys, your bladder, also like your skin or like veins are being highlighted. So maybe these are an area of focus for you that you're having maybe some difficulties or trouble with. I am seeing like a lot of sugary drinks. So maybe if that is something that you are consuming a lot, maybe kind of tone it down a little. I'm not saying don't have sugary drinks, right? You gotta live life, enjoy a little bit, but you know, if you're doing something too much or doing it in excess, it can not be good, and it's not good for your body, and it could also show in your skin. If you're having skin issues, maybe trying to cut down on sugar can really, really help, and just take in more water, or just like plain drinks and hot teas, stuff like that to kind of cleanse your system. It may not be like the cure 100%, but if you do that over a long period of time, you may start to see really good results. And I feel like also there could be a lot of like overdoing it, like excess, or going overboard, or binge eating, binge drinking, you know, doing a little bit too much, having too much fun, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungover, oh my god, I feel like crap, and everything's a mess. So you may be feeling kind of like messy all over the place. So just make sure you're, you know, taking care of yourself. You can have fun, but just make sure that you don't go too far with anything, or like overindulge to the point where you're like, you know, doing more than you should. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have perspective. So I feel like here there's a lot of contemplation, or you're maybe changing things up. You're looking at different game plans, different strategies, how to pivot, how to be flexible in case something happens or doesn't happen. You don't want to be over leveraged. I feel like you're trying to expand your mind and have different perspectives. You're like, I want to make sure I'm not just like, you know, I don't just become so fixed, like, oh, it's going to be this way, it's going to end this way. No, I got to like make sure that I leave room for the unexpected, for unpredictability, where I feel like I'm still safe and I can still pivot, because I don't want to be too leveraged in one area and then freak out something doesn't happen, because if the last few years have not showed you anything, nothing is certain. So you want to make sure, and I feel like you already know this within yourself, that I have different game plans, I have different strategies, and I can pivot with whatever's thrown at me. So you guys may be kind of thinking a lot this week, or trying to figure out different ways and different strategies, methods to go about something when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances. And maybe you're waiting to make a decision. Again, if you have any big decisions or big life-changing plans that you got to make, this is probably not the week to do so if you can avoid it. If you have to, obviously, no choice, but if you can push it back, try not to do it this week, because you'll probably have a little bit more clarity moving forward past this week. But I do feel like there is something you're contemplating, or maybe waiting on. Maybe you're just waiting on a package, or you're waiting to hear news or an email response, or, you know, feedback or something. But it just feels like you're looking now at different options, different alternatives, that are gonna help you be better prepared for what's to come. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating life, on your side here, Cancers, we have the Tower, Six of Crystals, and the Nine of Crystals. All right. So some of you could have a Scorpio and or Libra somewhere in your chart. And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all of the above. We have the Two of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, definitely could be a water sign like yourself, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or also maybe fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe be a mixed match of both, Sun, rising, Venus. But of course, it doesn't have to be, it could be any sign. Like I always say to you guys, it could just be the energies that are playing out, or that this person is kind of embodying or playing out this week. So we have two sixes on the ground, and you guys know for me, six is like a strong soulmate energy indicator. So this could be a soulmate, or maybe once upon a time was a soulmate, because I feel like you have history here. I think this is someone you know, you definitely had time together, you were once together before, and they want to come back into your life. So maybe this is a soulmate, or once upon a time was someone you felt was a soulmate for you, and you guys shared a lot of energies together. So I think this is someone you dated, or you were in a relationship with, or you know each other. Okay, they're familiar, you're familiar with each other, and I feel like this person has been thinking of coming forward, or maybe reaching out to you, or maybe will make a move, or I actually feel like you may accidentally, or just very by surprise, run into them, or they may run into you, or you see a message pop up from them and you're like, whoa, what is that coming from? Who? Like, I haven't talked to this person in forever. Like, I would have not expected that. You guys know how it is, right? When the holidays come up, all your exes, all the people from the past are using that as an excuse to talk to you. Happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, happy Christmas, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's when all the exes, everyone from the past comes creeping back in, right? I feel like it always happens, especially with, towards the end of the month, we have Venus in Capricorn going retrograde. So I feel like that's gonna bring people from the past come back up, but we're not there yet, but almost. So this is someone from your past that is still connected to you, or still feels attraction towards you, still feels this like man, we have unfinished business. They feel like there's something that they didn't get off their chest, or that they didn't complete with you and that they want to with you. And so I feel like they may be coming back or want to reconcile, maybe want to talk again, or hey, let's hang out, or let's be friendly. They miss you. They've been thinking about you, and they've been feeling really nostalgic and maybe missing the old times, missing the old memories, and just been like reflecting a lot. And I think December tends to do that to a lot of people, where we start to kind of reflect on the past year and where we're at. And I feel like this person still feels emotionally connected to you in some way. Even if they moved on, even if you moved on and it's been a while, there's still this like emotional connection that you guys share with each other that you can't really you can't replicate. You can't have that same connection with anyone anymore. It's very unique only to you guys, that only you will understand. And I feel like they want to get back together, or they're thinking of proposing that idea to you, or kind of hoping, being wishful that maybe there's a chance you guys can get back together. So you may run into them, or they may run into you, or they may call you or hit you up or message you or contact you in some way, shape, or form. May propose to hang out, or hey, do you want to get lunch? You don't want to meet up, or you want to go for a walk, or I don't know, do something together. And you may take it really by surprise and be like, what? Okay, like you may say yes, or be like, okay, whatever, sure, fine, but you're not taking it as like, okay, yeah, let's get back together, open arms. Let's say you guys go for lunch or dinner or something, or you just hang out, and they're talking to you and just saying maybe how much they still like you or miss you, and you're like, okay, cool, nice to know. And they maybe want to invite you out again, or hey, I have this wedding or this party or this something coming up, do you want to come with me, or blah 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 blah. And you're like, or they ask you, hey, do you want to come back to my place, we can hang out, or I can show you what I've done, or the renovations I've done, or this and this and that. And you're like, I actually don't think that's a good idea. Thank you for the offer, but I'm really happy now. And I think a lot of you have been working on yourself. You've just been minding your business, doing your own thing, working on yourself, your personal growth, your school, work, career, your family life, personal life. You've just been doing you, staying in your lane, not bothering anyone, just working on you and trying to make sure that you are okay. And I feel like you're at a point now where you're so independent, or you're not seeking validation, you're not seeking approval from anyone, and you're in a good place. And maybe you've been single for some time, but you're happy, you're content. Yes, it'd be nice to have someone, but you also know that you're good on your own, and you're learning to value yourself and really have more confidence in who you are, and not just go with the first person that comes into your life just because you feel lonely. You're like, no, I know myself, I know my value, I know my worth, and I'm in a good place right now. And unless you are coming into my life and adding some kind of value, then I'll consider it. But other than that, no, because I'm good and I can do that on my own. But if you want to add value into my life, love, peace, happiness, whatever, I'm good with that. But I feel like because of the history maybe you guys had, or the past, you're like, I'm okay, I forgive you, we could be cool, we could be friends, but nah, I'll pass. Or at least right now, or initially, you may kind of be like, not really feeling it. It's not that you don't like them or you don't have feelings, but you know that you don't want to cross that boundary again, because it may lead to somewhere you don't want to go back to again. So let's see what happens here and what's gonna go down, because this is obviously not the end, but I feel like you're really standing in your power and not being bitter, not being petty, but you're just like, I'm kind of good right now, but thanks for the offer. So we're going to continue this on and extend it to get more information, to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know, maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. All right, so we'll continue this on and extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best. Bye.